How's it going, everyone? Hendrix here, bringing you week 16 of the Toronto Lumberjacks CFL League. That's right, CFL League. Anyway, we're 9-5. We have to go to Allegiant Stadium and face the 10-4 Las Vegas Raiders. By all accounts, they look like a very solid team this year. Playoff-bound team, if all things shake their way. And we're in a bit of a fight to win the division with the Jets, who are a game ahead of us, and we face them in Week 18, which is probably going to be the decider, should both teams keep winning. But yeah, let's make sure we don't fall at this hurdle, and let's make sure that we come away 10-5, hopefully by playing some very smart and balanced football, trying to shut down their aggressive run game with Josh Jacobs. Unfortunately, due to the time of day I'm recording and other life circumstances, I'm probably not going to be able to commentate on this video. So I just thought I'd do a quick intro with you and let you know that I am still here. I do still exist, and that I'm still recording. So hope everybody enjoys the video, and I will see you all on the field.
It's Week 16 of the National Football League, and we'll get a look here at Josh Allen. After his last game, he's now across 3,000 yards for the season. It's the Lumberjacks and the Raiders on Monday Night Prime Time.
Season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. So here comes the Raider offense now onto the field. And trotting out there, a guy who's established himself as a veteran in this league, now in his 5th year at quarterback.
The secret to his game and his success, incredible chemistry with each and every one of the guys who catches passes with him. And not only does he ask them to stay after practice or meet him before practice, he actually demands it because he knows if they have that kind of chemistry built up, it'll be hard to beat each and every ball game.
And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down. First carry for Josh Jacobs. And a nice run past the 30-yard line there. That's what they needed. It's an 8-yard gain, and now 3rd and 4 suddenly doesn't look so bad.
Partner, it's not often that I expect running backs to eclipse 100 yards in back-to-back games, but he left 100 way behind last week. I think he's going to do it again. I'm expecting 150 or more.
And last week, AFC Offensive Player of the Week. So if he does what you say he might, maybe he'll get another one.
Yeah, I think he's locked in.
Now Purdy. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. He's fresh off that 3-touchdown performance last week that got him AFC Offensive Player of the Week, so you know that he was already on their radar. Now he's maybe even a bigger plane on their radar.
Bigger plane. I mean, he is the big dot on that screen that they're looking at and saying, how in the heck do we stop him? They're going to try a bunch of different things, different people covering him, but right now he's locked in and is in sync with his quarterback.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. A check on Jacobs from a week ago. Very productive. 3 touchdowns. 2 of them on the ground, 1 through the air.
And it will always be a compliment to say that a guy's got a nose for the end zone, and he sure had it last week.
Purdy now on 2nd down. That's going to be caught. It's Jacoby Myers. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. They've got another first down. The Raider passing game clicking on all cylinders right now. This to Jacobs on the toss right. To about the 26 here. And see, you look at this defense, what kind of pressure are they under trying to stop a team that has won 5 games in a row?
Well, to me, it makes their job harder because you know you're going up against an offense that's playing at an elite level, and sometimes you can get too caught up in trying to play the perfect game. You're trying to be too precise, too fine, instead of just letting it rip. And I think that's more the priority than trying to be absolutely perfect.
So give them 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And now 1 yard to go on 3rd down. And how about this first drive? They're being aggressive, slinging it around.
Really confident, too, because they're not trying to fool them with running plays, throwing it, and they're being very successful right now.
Play number 9 now on this pretty long opening drive. But this is 3rd down. Trying to run for it with Jacobs. Oh, fine work there as he gets this thing down to the 11-yard line. That will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script, you go through your play calling, you go through all the stuff and establish things, and it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. Throwing here, Purdy. And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Raiders will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. So now we'll get a look at the other offensive unit as they come out for their first possession. They'll be led out by the first Wyoming quarterback to go in the first round, standing 6'5". It's Josh Allen.
You enjoyed watching that game tape, didn't you?
Yeah,
Last week's game.
Good. 4 touchdowns, 1 pick.
Now, you were a little upset about the pick. I didn't know if you would play him this week or not if you were the head coach.
Hey, they got the win.
They got the win, so you're going to give him another chance?
Give him another shot.
All right, I think the ratio's pretty good. He'll try and eliminate the interception, but he wants to keep that hot streak going, throwing touchdown passes.
And Pierce gets it again on 2nd down. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. He finds his man, complete. That's Davidson. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter now, Toronto in possession of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Throw left side, complete. That's Davidson. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Here now, 2nd and 4. To throw, it's Allen. He'll take a shot for Davis to the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
There is something to a game plan when trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try to throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
And he's going to be a yard short. Needed 4, but got 3.
So many things go into making a good play on defense. In this situation, just not being blown out of the way was a big start, and then a nice tackle to finish things off.
Too long for a field goal, too short to punt. That in-between range, and they'll go for it on 4th down. Allen off the play fake. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. The conversion is successful with a sizable gain of 13, and the decision to go for it looks like a smart one. Allen now on 1st down. And his throw is incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
On second down, here's Pierce. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
So Tyler Bass on now for the field goal. They'll put it down right at the 40, so call this a 50-yard attempt. The kick by Bass is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So both teams come away with points on their opening drives. Now they still trail. They answered the touchdown with a field goal, but at least able to break that goose egg here early.
And that is what's important, right? Because they didn't let that initial touchdown go unanswered. Took the ball themselves, moved it downfield, and put it through the post for 3 points. Game on.
Brock Purdy and the offense back out there.
Last series, the ball never hit the ground. 6 of 6, touchdown pass, so whatever he did then, do it again, right?
Yeah, it reminds me a lot of when I watched the best quarterbacks throw 7-on-7 or even routes versus air. They're accurate. The receivers catch it. The ball never touches the ground. Or if you want to take it to basketball, a well-executed fast break, right? Pass, pass, pass. Finish at the rim, basket. Yeah, ball never hits the ground there either.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Purdy now to throw off the play action. That's to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after the last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. He had the touchdown on the opening drive. Now he's got a first down. Again, it's Purdy to throw it. He gets this to Devontae Adams. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. 2nd down and a yard. That's caught left side. Myers with it. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Purdy to throw it on first down. Catch is made by Hunter Renfrow. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. They've got another first down. The Raider passing game clicking on all cylinders right now. Once more, Purdy looking to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Myers. And down inside the 15 he goes. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Purdy will swing that out wide to Jacobs. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. Short completion, just 4 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. Shotgun now with Purdy. Got his tight end. That's complete. It's Weaver. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Purdy will set up to throw it here. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
When you're running the slant, timing is everything, and against that man coverage, there's no space available, and incompletion as a result.
An incomplete pass on first down. Here's 2nd and goal. Back to throw, Purdy. That's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. Devontae Adams with career touchdown number 128. He's now tied with Marvin Harrison for number 9 on the all-time list. And the Raiders will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Back out comes this offense now late in this first half. And with a little under a minute remaining, they may try to put something together here just to try to cut into that deficit. Going up top. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Trying to get something positive to happen here before the break, and they sure need it. They went for the big one, but it winds up incomplete.
Allen now looks to throw. He's going to go up top again. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Allen going to audible to a different look. Allen, off play action. They'll roll him out right. He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th.
Nice call on defense, rolling out the nickel package for that big 3rd down play, and they did an excellent job locking down coverage and forcing him to try and run for it, and he doesn't get there, which brings up a big 4th down call.
Fielded at the 33. It'll be a 40-yard punt, 8 on the return, and the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. The Raider offense heading back for one final first half drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And it's complete to Adams. Touchdown Raiders. Devontae Adams. His 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Raiders are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now. Well, the offense wasn't out there for a long time, but they were out there for a good time. One play, and they're able to hit pay dirt. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. One final go for this offense here in this first half. And we'll see how they want to play this. Just a little over 20 seconds to go. He finds his man complete. That's Davidson. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. And this time they'll just keep this on the ground. And he'll push forward here for a good little run as the clock continues to run. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Now on 3rd and 2, they're going to elect to throw with Allen. Uncorks one for Davis. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
A very limited time left to get into field goal range before the half, and they tried to get it all on one throw right there.
And likely time for one final play here in the half, so they will go for it on 4th down. A final shot before half for Allen. He'll air this one out deep for Davis. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. So we have reached halftime here in Vegas. All right, we'll bypass the halftime show in favor of returning to this late season game with the teams coming back from the locker rooms here a bit early. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. This taken in right around the goal line. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. This offense ready to go to begin this third quarter. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown.
And got his man complete. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. Play action. Now it's Allen. He'll take a shot for the end zone. Oh, and that is incomplete.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
He finds his man complete. It's Davidson. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Allen to throw once more. Oh, they would have gotten the conversion if he could hold on. Instead, the drop means it'll be 4th down.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
Still just the third quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. They'll try and run for it. And he is not going anywhere. They stop him for no gain. He needed 2. He barely got back to the line of scrimmage. And the Raider D, they get the football back. So he needed the short yardage, Charles. He elected to try to bounce it outside of the outer third, unsuccessful.
Sometimes those plays are stacked up by the defense and there's nowhere to go, so you have to bounce it outside. And some backs just get impatient. They want to go to where they think there's more open territory instead of going where the play was actually blocked. In any case, it didn't work here.
Now left side on the swing pass. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
His 5th catch tonight, and it's good for a 1st down. Purdy looking to throw. Throw left side, taken in by Renfro. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a 1st down.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. 60 catches for him now on the year. This last one, a 1st down. Purdy. He finds his man complete. It's Weaver. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it, and it'll be 2nd down.
At the 17-yard line.
Here's Purdy. Here's a diving catch right side. And the Raiders are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5. This offense continues to be a hot knife through butter. 3 drives, 3 scores, and knocking on the door again on drive number 4. Here's Jacobs. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. Jacobs will get about halfway there as he takes this from the 4 down to the 2. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your...
And this time he is in.
Yes.
Josh Jacobs. That's his 18th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Raiders will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd. And oh, it's blocked.
Ah, what a luxury it is to be able to call on a bowling ball like Josh Jacobs down near the goal line. 5'10", 220 pounds, and he's not afraid to get in there and get the tough yards. He finishes off this drive with a touchdown run.
A lane opens here. He's past the 30. And able to break this out all the way to the 38-yard line. Great return. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Davidson. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. One quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday. Back now in Las Vegas. Welcome back, everybody. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Pierce will try to pick it up. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. And quickly they get to the line. So they fake the handoff. Now Allen escaping the pressure right. Little pitch and catch to the tight end, Knox. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that's going to bring up 2nd down. Now Allen. And down he goes. Brought down a Raider sack. Tyree Wilson. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That's caught inside the 20. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. To throw, it's Allen. And he whips that one incomplete there.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they've forced in this runaway contest.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Allen. Flush to his right. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down. Well, this drive, they're perfect 2 of 2 on 3rd down conversions, but they need a full 10 yards here.
56.
Now Allen. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Davidson. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. Now Allen. Got to have this one. And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with the football. The 4th down pass play doesn't work out. And this 10-play drive winds up yielding nothing. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Now defensively here, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. Purdy on third down. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. And the defense coming through on third down. A loss of 7 to bring up fourth. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They've got a fourth down here in a game that looks to have been decided already. On is the punter, Johnston, now as he sends this one away. That'll be a 41-yard punt, just 1 yard on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. They'll start on the ground with Pierce. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. Allen off the play fake. Throw out wide is incomplete. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
One final try here for Allen. Pass taken in by his big tight end. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as he'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Allen. To Pierce, they set up the screen. The first down screen pass, good for 5. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Again, they'll throw with Allen. And his throw's going to be incomplete. As this one moves towards its conclusion, another incomplete pass there. Thoughts on the secondary? I mean, seem to be pretty effective in this one.
Yeah, I thought that they've been absolutely outstanding. I mean, their job is to prevent touchdowns, and not a single touchdown is going on the board against them. Of course, they want to make it.
And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the fourth. The decision made for them. They've got to go. It's 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. That is caught. And some room to run now. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. So after the big play on 4th, here's 1st and 10. Throwing now is Allen. That is caught. Kincaid with it. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total. Defensively here, you've got the cushion, but back-to-back pretty big pass plays there. Bend but don't break, but are they bending too much?
I think that they are. To me, it'd be like playing basketball, and you put up a token press. Make sure you get up there and make them eat up some time. Make it a little bit of resistance so they can't just run it right down your throat.
Here's Allen to throw it, eluding the pressure right. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Well, it certainly appears to me that the defensive guys are starting to look a little bit tired, while he still has some fresh legs. Not the biggest gain we've seen on a scramble, but still some positive yardage on a play that initially looked like a sure win for the defense.
There's that man again. It's complete. Touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown. And the Lumberjacks are finally into the end zone here in this fourth quarter.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
Allen will try to throw for it. He's got it. So they convert to 2. That keeps their slim hopes alive as we're back to a 2-score game. Well, it's still an uphill battle from here, that's for sure, but that makes it a 2-score game.
And now we see why teams practice so much on the 2-point conversion, why you have more than one play ready, because you may need multiples to throw out a ball game. There's a great example right there.
And it's the Raiders that'll come up with it. And that will put victory in sight for the silver and black. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. So this one a victory for the Las Vegas Raiders. And you look back over the score sheet, interesting. A very clean game, no turnovers by either side.
An absolute rarity when we watch games now because defenses have put such an emphasis.
Figured I'd come back on the mic and do an outro. So there we have it, ladies and gents. It's not going to be 10-5 for us. We're going to fall to 9-6. Your Toronto Lumberjacks in their first season. We do have 2 games left, so hopefully we can go 11-6, which is what I think we finished last season. Maybe we finished 12-5. I don't remember, but yeah, still positive that we can do okay. Still optimistic, and to be honest, I am not annoyed at the offense as such, even though there was a lot of key drops. For me, it's the defense that's letting us down week in, week out. We just can't get crucial stops on third downs. We're a little bit porous in the run game, so that's something to be mindful of. Should we not win the Super Bowl and have to go drafting again? But ultimately, the offense is doing okay. You know, ideally we would have wanted to have put up more points than 11, but we had to go for it on quite a few fourth downs, and like I said, there were some drops, and then obviously I ran the option play on that one drive, and the bubble was covered, so I just ran it up the middle with Dameon Pierce. Their defensive line peeled and managed to stuff me in the backfield. But yeah, Las Vegas did well. Fair play to them. Brock Purdy was dicing up, and we're just going to have to look to make improvements and hope that some of our players get back healthy and ready to go. Who knows, maybe the Jets will lose, and so it becomes a situation where this didn't even happen, and we can finish with 2 straight wins and win the division. Ifs and buts, but let's see. Anyway, thank you all for watching, and I will see you next time.